Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, guys. Welcome back to a Bomber video, and probably a little strange seeing it this way. So a few things. Number one, I was unfortunately not able to actually, I had some stuff going on, so I wasn't able to watch the game. I know it was earlier considering streaming it, but I kind of had some stuff come up, so wanted to, I guess, something short about the Bombers now. Gonna have the West Final. It's gonna be in Winnipeg. It's funny. You're probably wondering why I'm recording it like this. I'm having issues with my recording software on my computer. It is just not wanting to cooperate. I have never dealt with it quite like this before, so hopefully I'm able to get it kind of resolved in short time. But, so yeah, Bombers able to get the win. And yeah, it was 28-27. I was just wanting to make sure. I'm like, don't screw up the scorecard. Don't screw that up. So yeah, 28-27 win for the Bombers. Thoughts on that? Well, first of all, very clutch win. I saw the highlights showing the end of that, and man, that was a real close one. And so nice to see kind of the Bombers able to come up in clutch. Kind of from what I've kind of heard and seen, kind of some similar issues, like some other Bomber games where they kind of were able to get close to the end zone, but just not quite crack it for the longest bit. Bombers were putting up field goals, and then near the end, they were finally able to get a touchdown and really kind of drive that up and get back in this game. And so I think this is really, really nice that the Bombers have the West Final. To be honest, at the end of the day, whether they have the West Final, the West Semifinal, they got to be able, if they want that Grey Cup, they got to be able to win in the playoffs against whoever they play against. As if you're the best, you got to be able to beat everyone. And so I'm glad we were able to get the win against the Alouettes. I think that was kind of a sour start to the season when we lost in that first game, and then obviously went and dropped 4 before being able to storm back from being down 4-0, being bottom of the West with the Edmonton Elks, to storming up to first place, to beating Saskatchewan, to beating BC, to beating Calgary. They beat everyone in the West the Bombers have the season series against. And so I think that was a really, really crucial step. However, none of that means anything if against Saskatchewan or BC, whoever we're going to end up playing in that West Final, if we're not able to get it done there. So the Bombers got to set their focus there, set their sights there. But thoughts on this game? First, Castillo has a solid night. He missed his 2 kicks, one of which is around 50-ish yards, so I'm not too concerned about it. And then one of it is a little over 60. And so I think it was 61. And this is just the Bombers trying to get on the board. I'm actually just, you know what? I'm going to place this here. Why don't I do this? Because I have my computer here, but I'm trying to, I want to get the stat. I like having the stats pulled up, guys. There we go. We're just going to screw with this while we're making it, just because I like, you can see how unprepared I am, because normally I have everything on my phone, and then I have my laptop does the recording, so we'll have to see if we can get the highlights, or not highlights, the box score here, just so we can go through some of the stats and whatnot. But all in all, I'm very, very happy that the Bombers were able to get the W here, as I'm not, because having to rely on Calgary beating Saskatchewan, I thought was just very, very slim. Now, it's funny enough, actually, as of this being recorded, Calgary's up 14-3 over Saskatchewan. However, I have to imagine that Saskatchewan pulls a lot of their starters, at least has them not play the kind of minutes that they maybe were originally intended to play, had Montreal won that game. So that definitely has an effect on it. But all in all, if I'm just looking here, where's the box score? Come on, boys. The my laptop is giving me everything except what I want. Okay, here we go. 19 first downs apiece. Third down efficiency. No one was going for it on third. So it was a 0 across the board. Total yards, 389 for the Bombers, 378 for the Alouettes. So pretty much even. Bit more passing yards for the Bombers with 331 to 271 over on the Alouette side of things. Bit more in the rushing game. Only 58 yards for the Bombers, 107 for the Alouettes. And the Bombers able to play, both teams actually play decently consistent throughout the majority of this game. Both teams put up a field goal in the first And then in the second, Bombers put up 6. Alouettes put up 10. Bombers then strike back in the third quarter with 10 points in the third, 9 in the fourth to be able to just slightly beat the Alouettes, just get the slight edge near the end to get that going. 331 passing yards for Zach Collaros with 105 receiving yards for Kenny Lawler. On the Alouette side, Fajardo threw 171, and then Speaker was leading the receiving corps there with 71 yards receiving. But all in all, I'm glad that they actually, at 61, finally went for it. I'm not going to lie. I think there's a few chances like this that where the Bombers should have went for it, and they did not. So, I mean, it is what it is. I just think that I think he could have had that record. It is, it is what it is, though. All in all, I'm just happy that the Bombers were able to get the W. Calero's got a decent amount of running. Nick Dembski and Ontario Wilson with some good games. It was well with the receiving corps. Weefall plays decent, doesn't really get many receptions. Get 2 receptions on 3 targets, so really just, I mean, he's a depth guy. It's exactly what I expect. Tony Jones, another game with 9 tackles for Tony Jones. No sacks or interceptions for him this time. But seriously, I've been incredibly impressed with Tony Jones, both in his role in special teams as well as his role defensively. And Tony Jones is absolutely a guy that we need to keep. Guys like Adam Bighill are going to be kind of rotating, are on their way out. And then guys like Gauthier are going to sometimes be in the lineup, sometimes not. Cramdy is a really solid outside linebacker, but Tony Jones is really keeping that locked down in the middle. And Tony Jones is the future of kind of that middle linebacker spot after Adam Bighill is gone. So it at least is nice knowing that the Bombers have a little bit of security there, as he showed tonight. If I'm looking at some other stuff on the Alouette side, I'm really surprised. Austin Mack, Julian Grant not getting a lot of time. Neither is Rambo. Austin Mack targeted 5 times, though, to be fair. 3 receptions on that. So, but even then, like, the Alouettes weren't gonna play all out. The Bombers needed to. Unfortunately, the Bombers narrowly beat the Alouettes, which I don't like when you're going against a team that's not giving 100% like the Alouettes. I think it just kind of puts a perception of, wow, they barely beat us at their best when we're like kind of going through the motions sort of things. Because if the Bombers are fortunate and they're able to, make their own luck, beat Saskatchewan or BC or whoever it is in that West final, then they're going to need to be ready for a fully prepared Montreal Alouettes. Last year they were not, and they lost the Grey Cup. This year, if they want to be able to do that, if they get to that game, which they're not there yet, they need to win that West final. They'll need to make sure that they're ready. So Bombers got to play 100% for the rest, not the rest of the season. The season's over, guys. Playoffs. But I want to thank you guys so much, by the way, because you guys have tuned in for the past few years into these Bomber videos. I can't even remember. I think this is our 3rd year doing this. And so we're coming to the end of the 3rd season of doing these Bomber game reactions. Obviously going to be coming back and doing this next year and all that. Got all our wonderful stuff out on Canadian Football Central, league-wide content. Make sure you guys subscribe to that. Link to that in the description below and all that jazz. And we'll have some good stuff coming there. We might have some off-season content coming on Canadian Football Central as well. Got a special video planned for next week on that. So if you guys can, that'll be a bit of a surprise. So if you guys could check that out, that would be wonderful. Make sure you guys leave a like on this video, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't already to the No One Hockey Podcast. We'd really, really appreciate it. If you are into hockey content, all that stuff, Zach has excellent coverage of the Winnipeg Jets. And actually tomorrow will be his reaction to the currently ongoing Winnipeg Jets game versus the Calgary Flames. Winnipeg Jets looking to go 8-0-0. I guess you may or may not know the result of that game by the time you see this video. So hopefully the Jets won. I'm hoping for it. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. My apologies, couldn't have the normal format for this video and that it was a little bit messy. Computer problems are the bane of my existence, and they continue to be. So, love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and till next time.
Can they take the lead on this drive?